Good morning, everyone. It's Wednesday, December 11th, and welcome to CVHP News. I'm Sonora Scott. First up, here's a look at what we're working on today at KLST and KSAN. The East Angelo Lions Club is donating almost $10,000 to local agencies. We'll have more on that tonight at 5, 6, and 10. Now to your news around town. Glenmore Elementary is closed today according to SAISD. They made the public aware of a possible gas leak yesterday afternoon. A short time later, they said the line needed to be repaired and the campus would be closed today. No children or staff members were in danger. Administration said they just wanted to take every precaution. The campus will likely be back open tomorrow. And a sewer line collapse had city crews out all day yesterday. The break actually happened on Monday, but the public wasn't notified until Tuesday. The city advised anyone in the area who had a water well to boil their water before using it. And we continue our series on the District 11 congressional candidates. Today we're introducing you to Republican Wasey Alpha Cody. Wasey Alpha Cody spent many years rodeoing and still competes from time to time. He says this allowed him to go to and pay for college. He has 2 bachelor's degrees and 1 master's degree from Angelo State University. He says he's always been into politics and would watch the news often.
I would reflect on what representatives and elected officials were saying about each other and about us, and I was like, that doesn't match any of the people I met across all parts of this nation.
That, he says, sparked his interest in running for Congress. His message is one of unity.
Like, how can I walk into somewhere in Massachusetts dressed like this, an oddball to them, and still get a warm welcome at a restaurant and people come up and visit with me in Walmart or like a checkout line. Kids want to talk to me and stuff, and I'm like, and yet some of the most hateful things I hear come from elected officials.
As for the top issues he sees, there's one that stands above all.
It's kind of funny. Maybe this is the wrong philosophy, maybe it's not. I believe the only issue in this nation is our representatives truly representing our constitutional will. That is their job description. That is the only thing they're supposed to be worried about.
That was just a portion of our interview. To see more of it, you can go to ConchoValleyHomepage.com. Now, let's check in with Jay Martin, who's got a look at the weather. Good morning, Jay.
Well, this morning was a bit cloudy, seeing some colder temperatures as well. We're going to see the clouds slowly clearing out and getting warmer as well. We're going to get into the upper 50s for today. See some sunshine for the end of the day. So middle of the week, not too bad. Even lows for tonight and tomorrow morning going to be above freezing. So a slow warming trend for the middle of the week and then ramping it up for the end of the week and into the weekend. Yes, we're going to be hitting 70s by Friday, 73, and yes, a 75 by Sunday. Definitely not feeling very holiday or December-like for the weekend, but with plenty of activities going on around the Concho Valley, why not get out and enjoy all of this sunshine in 70s before we do see a cold front that's going to be coming through early Monday. Really what it's going to be bringing is it's staying dry, and we're going to see colder temperatures coming back. 20-degree difference between Sunday and Monday with 55 for highs on that Monday. So not too bad for this entire week with the cold start and rain chances that were yesterday, and then slowly gradually warming up into a nice weekend, and then we'll see another blast of cold air on Monday.
And we are back with 2 wonderful guests. This is Juan and Jennifer Rubio with Fishing with Dogs. How are y'all?
We're doing really well.
Good. Thank you so much for being on the show.
Yes, thank you for having us. This is great.
Of course. Yeah, it's a lot of fun. I've known Juan for a while, and it's just he's got a great story, everybody. So tell us about your organization here.
Well, Fishing with Dogs started about a year ago, and we just had our first annual fishing event. And what we do is we provide a custom fishing pole, which is personalized, time and rate, branch of service. It's personalized to the veteran that we take out fishing for an all weekend expense paid fishing trip here, San Angelo and around the surrounding areas.
That's amazing. And y'all take these combat veterans out, and it's a healing process, isn't it?
Yes, ma'am, it is.
Yeah. And y'all know that, you're both veterans. So give us a little bit about your service, your time in the service, and how that brought you to do this.
I did 9 years in the Navy as a hospital corpsman. I joined in '99, and in September 11th, I was stationed in Bethesda, Maryland, and at the Naval Hospital. And that really changed a lot of my direction in my career in the Navy. And after that time period, I went ahead and volunteered to go with the Marine Corps, because I knew that we were going to be doing some pretty good stuff overseas. And I did 2 tours in Iraq and 1 security detail in Afghanistan. And my last duty station, which was at Corpus Christi Naval Hospital, which I met my wife, Jennifer.
Yeah, Jennifer, tell us about your time.
I did 16 years. I didn't deploy anywhere. My last duty station was in Corpus Christi as well.
Yeah.
And then we decided to, retire here in San Angelo.
Yeah. Well, San Angelo's certainly glad to have you, that's for sure. Y'all are doing some amazing things for veterans. You take veterans not only from the Concho Valley, but beyond, right?
Yeah, so far we've been able to go statewide, and we've taken out several people from San Antonio, from Abilene, Midland, Houston area, Austin.
Wow.
A few
Literally
here.
all over the state.
Yes, and it was a great year for us last year. Our first year, we were really scared, just barely getting our feet in the water, and we learned and met a lot of good people that really helped us get started.
That's awesome. And now, fun fact, you make all of these rods and everything.
Yes, we do. What we do, we order the fishing blank, we send them off to a company, and they flex coded with this digital pattern, and then they send it all back to us with all the guides, which is a whole complete kit. And my wife and I, we put it together, and we provide the fishing reels, a custom-made fishing tube from Abilene, and all the amenities that they need to fish for that weekend, and they go and take it home with them.
Wow, that's amazing. And I'm going to bring up your website right now. We've got it up on the computer. So that's just an example of one of them, right?
Yes. Actually, when we first started doing this, it was called Corpsman Up Custom Rods and Fishing. And with the conflict with us using the phrase Corpsman Up, the Navy has the rights and trademark for that phrase. So we went ahead and changed it to Fishing with Docks. And because Jennifer and I are corpsmen, and with the corpsman being attached to the Marine unit, they call us docks. So, Fishing with Docks, we build custom rods, and we take veterans fishing. So that's how the name came about.
Well, it's perfect. It all ties in together.
Yes. And one of the good things about this is that it's not only therapeutic for the service member, it's therapeutic for myself. With my combat deployment, of course, I've came home with a little bit of PTSD and TBI and anxiety disorder. And while making these fishing rods, it really lets me focus on something positive. And it keeps my mind off of everyday triggers that just isn't necessary to have a good quality of life. And my wife, Jennifer, came up with the idea and asked me, how would you feel about building your own fishing rod and catching your fish with it? And my jaw dropped, and I said, are you actually serious? And there was a class up in Dallas that we got certified to build custom rods.
Wow.
So and this is just one of the small things that we can do to give back to our community, our combat veterans not necessarily have to be a Purple Hearter or a highly decorated person.
Which you have a Purple Heart.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
Yes. And we want to take out the veterans who not necessarily got wounded, but those who had their six, the ones who were on their right and the one on their left. Even though they didn't get wounded, but they had to live through the tragic incidents that their brother or sister in arms got injured. And that is alone is traumatic itself. So that's
you're still there, you're seeing it, you're living it. Yeah, definitely.
And that's really is our message. Our mission is to provide something like this and be able to plant a seed in someone's heart and mind to choose life instead of taking it.
Yes, definitely. And y'all, we were just talking, you're going to be out at the rodeo. So for everybody watching who wants to come and visit with you, you're going to be there. Yes,
we're really excited. We got an email and phone call yesterday that we were going to be able to go out there for the whole week, and we're pretty excited to meet everybody in the community and the surrounding areas, and just get our message out, and just kind of tell people what we're about.
Wow. So for a whole week, you're going to be at the community booth, right, in the pavilion? And which week are you going to be out there?
We don't have the dates yet.
Okay.
But as soon as dates get set up, we'll be able to let you know.
Perfect. Yeah. And y'all have a Facebook page, so I'm sure you're going to keep that updated and everything. Fabulous. So they can get a hold of you that way beforehand and then come out and visit you at the rodeo at some point. And 2020 is you're going to have another special focus, right?
Yes. Last year, we were able to have our 1-year annual fishing trip at Concho Park Marina. They're a great supporter of ours. And we were able to take out a combat veteran, which was a female.
Yeah.
She received a Purple Heart, and she's at BAMC in San Antonio. And we met her and her caregiver about 1.5 years ago, and they gave us a call about January, this time frame, and they wanted us to build her a fishing pole.
Yeah.
And I said, well, why don't we do one thing better than that? After your physical therapy and everything, if you can, go fishing, we would love to have you on our October event. And she said yes, and we had a really good friend in Abilene that had a pontoon boat, and had her on his pontoon boat and her caregiver, and they caught over 100 fish.
What?
Yes. And,
oh my goodness.
And because of that, my wife Jennifer, she came up with the idea that in 2020 we're going to focus on female combat veterans, because they are just as important as men. Women are there. I'm a firm believer that there is nothing a man can't do that a woman couldn't do.
Yeah.
With your heart and soul, if you believe in something, you're going to accomplish it. And we love the idea that we're going to be focusing on combat veterans.
Yeah. That's amazing. And you being a veteran who's female, how does that make you feel?
I'm pretty excited about it. A lot of time the women get overlooked.
Yeah.
I know myself, going to the VA or any other place where it's usually men, they kind of look at you like, oh, you're here for you. And so it's kind of exciting to be able to focus on women.
Yeah, and doing what you can to put it in the spotlight.
Yes.
Because I feel like it's come into the spotlight a little bit more lately, the women saying, hey, we were there too.
One incident in 2005, the first female Army soldier received a Silver Star, and unfortunately, she paid the ultimate price for her life, and I just finally learned about it just a few months ago, and I'm like, how did I miss this? And that's just one of the main reasons why we would like to share our thanks and focus on female veterans for next year. in 2005, that's quite some time ago, and I just learning about it. What was it? 12 years later, and it shouldn't be like that.
Yeah. Definitely. Well, I know a lot of folks appreciate your message and appreciate what you're doing, and I appreciate you being on the show today.
Oh, thank you. It's an honor.
Yeah, so thank y'all so much. And if you want to get a hold of Juan, they have the Facebook page, they've got the website that we showed you, and hey, they'll be out at the rodeo. So, everybody goes to the rodeo, right?
Yes,
Go ahead and stop by their booth for sure. Well, thanks again, y'all, so much for being here.
You're welcome, and thank you.
Of course. And thank you all for joining us for CVHP News. That's all for right now, but hey, we're going to see you right back here tomorrow morning. Have a great day, everybody.